How's it going? How's everybody doing, man? I want to check the temperature right now. Iceman's going crazy right now. I don't think anybody predicted anything that he has done so far. I know I didn't. I thought this album was coming out a long time ago. May 15th is the date. Save the date, May 15th. You know, I was looking too, like, did anything else significant happen on like May 15th? You know, like, what is so special about that date? I don't know if anyone else figured it out, but you'll have to let me know. I just did this, like, I'm working on a video, but like I'm hearing that Drake is doing some more stuff is coming tonight. So I've been hearing. So I want to make sure that I'm on live for whatever happens. Well, May 15th is a date. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on this stream. A lot of stuff to talk about. Freeze the World. Who we got in here? We got Super Ghost, my guy. Awesome rollout from Drake. Amazing. Truly amazing. Very unconventional. Very unconventional. Jeremy, I want National Treasure to make the album so bad. I don't know if it will, man. I don't think any of the stuff we heard is going to be on it. That's just my guess, right? The album has to be good. It's so much buildup. Yeah, at the end of the day, the music got a hit. There's no doubt about that. Kendrick fans, the owls are out. I know. It's pretty interesting on Twitter right now. But, you know, for anyone who's been a fan of Drake, and you know, whether you saw it with Drake or you're just a major fan of him and you didn't take the last 2 years to completely shit on him, this is a big moment for anyone who's been part of that, because it has been pretty tough online for the last few years, right? So now people are finally getting some return, and it's getting really exciting. It's getting really exciting. May 15th is National International Family Day. Okay, so maybe, I don't know if that's tied to it or what it is. Got a hit. Music definitely got a hit. It has to. You know, I'm expecting to get some music from him pretty quick, because I feel like the rollout, I think the rollout officially restarted with the Raptors chairs. At that point, I think it restarted again, because ever since that point, it's kind of just been moving very, very quickly. So quickly that anyone who's doing content on it, it's just like tough to even keep up. You know what I mean? What's good, Joe Humphrey? Am I on Kick? I'm not on Kick right now, but I might move over there in a bit if we get to playing too much music. Shout out to Turf Therapy for 7 months of membership. Thank you, bro, for that loyalty and support. Let's fucking go. No doubt, man. I mean, we've been waiting for a long time. There's a lot of stuff going on in the timeline. There's a lot of new updates. There's a lot of cryptic shit. And really where I kind of wanted to start was the fact that I feel like people try to tie Iceman to the battle, right? But Iceman has been something that's been in the works for so much longer than that. So much longer than that. He had this mapped out for a while, and people kind of try to put it with plot twists, right? I'm going to type in plot twist and to show you that. 1 second here. Let me get my my screen, my main reaction. So when we got plot twists, right? What people kind of forget, plot twist popped up out of nowhere, and I believe it was about 5 weeks after the Hard Part 6, which was the last record that we got in the battle was the Hard Part 6. And within 4 or 5 weeks, we start getting this plot twist shit, right? And no one knew what any of this was. It didn't take people long to figure it out that this account was tied to Drake. But it just looked like a bunch of random stuff. And now we're only finding out 2 years later that some of the stuff Drake posted on here really meant something. He was dropping a lot of clues. Now, I can remember it didn't take people too long to make the connection that there was one central word that kept coming up over and over again, and that was Iceman. Whether it be the race car driver or just ice themes or like the Iceman machine, fans quickly picked up on the fact that there would be a high chance that Drake was going to be dropping an album called Iceman. And they were right. They were right about that. But at first, we didn't know what most of these things mean. I got to give a huge shout out to Drake, licensed Drake and Driver, because he's dug into this more than anyone. But it turns out a lot of the stuff on here really did mean something. Really did mean something. Smack Shade, thank you for the 8 months of membership. Can't wait for this new album. So people kind of felt like Iceman started with this, but it actually didn't. Iceman did not start with Plot Twist. And if you go to Drake, if you go to his IG and you scroll back quite a ways, right? You got to go back a little bit. It was actually while he was on tour with J. Cole, before the battle happened. Before the battle happened, and it is, I'll find it in a second here. And this will be the first time that we ever saw anything in reference to Iceman. Right? And I'm going to show it to you. It's very close to here. Very close. It was around right here, actually. It was right here. So if you look at the date on this post, right? This was March 30th, 2024. Like That with Future dropped, and Kendrick dropped just days before. But if you look at what he's wearing, you look at his pants, they say Iceman on them. So Iceman has been something that he was planning before the battle, right? This was a project that who knows how long he's been thinking about it. But if you really do go back through some of these old images, you'll see the Iceman on his pants, right? This one's back on March 25th. And again, Like That drop when? March 22nd. So 3 days after Like That drop, we start seeing this Iceman imagery. And so he's been planning it for that long. To me, what Iceman is a lot more than just a battle. Because you got to keep in mind, in 2021, when Drake signed his massive deal, right? 2021, he signs this mega LeBron-sized deal with UMG, worth $400 million. And I feel like at the time, when UMG locked him into this, they probably felt like they had him locked in for a good 8-10 years. Because that's a lot of money. 400 mil is a lot of money to have to recoup. And even if you're Drake, is not an easy feat. And I think it's something like only 10%, or maybe it's even 5% of artists who do a deal like this actually recoup. They get stuck and trapped forever, and there's a long list of artists. But I feel like Drake kind of played the label with this, right? When Drake signed his deal, he immediately went to work. And if you look, he basically decided at the age of 35, he was going to work harder than he ever has. And what we got from him after that deal was signed was 4 studio albums. He dropped Scorpion. Scorpion wasn't part of it. He dropped CLB, Honestly Nevermind, For All the Dogs, and he also had the collaborative album with 21. So he dropped 4 studio albums, 1 EP, and then the tour he did 9 months of straight touring. He did 100 shows. So basically, when Drake signed this deal with UMG, he had like a roadmap in his head, and I think this is really where Iceman started. I think this is really the start of Iceman, was him accepting this deal with the idea in his head that he was going to recoup extremely fast, which is exactly what he did. Within 2 years, I'm pretty sure many industry experts, insiders, started to claim that Drake had already recouped. And once Drake already recouped, obviously that the leverage, he had a lot of leverage at that point. Not an easy feat, right? And then the battle happens. And we saw how that turned out. But when I look at Drake and I see Iceman on his pants before the battle even started, I feel like he kind of knew what was coming. He kind of expected some bullshit to happen. Right? Yo, what's there? Congratulations on the Drake follow. Yeah, it was dope seeing. It was really cool to get the Drake follow for sure. Really, really dope. But anyways, I just wanted to give a quick history of where Iceman came from because it didn't start with plot twist. I'm not sure how long he's been planning it, but I think it's been in the works for a while. It's been 3 years since Drake put out an album. Long time. Shout out to Virtue Vegetable for the new member. And Lines Tap. Me and Licensed Drake and Jobber went into part 2 deep. Dope. So now we're seeing a whole lot of new stuff. And I got to give a huge shout out to my guy, Certified Jared, over on Twitter, because I could pretty much just go through his Twitter over the last couple of days. And then we got like a full kind of synopsis of everything that transpired over the last few days with not me being live. But Drake has been extremely active. It's been absolutely crazy. Obviously, people are going nuts in Toronto. He made this performative piece. And this piece is basically inspired. I think he posted that too. Let's keep going. There's a lot to go over here, chat. Per my boy Apox, Drake is recording a music video tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's been recording. So this is something that Drake posted on Plot Twist. This guy, Alan Capro. And if you look him up, I was watching YouTube videos about this guy last night. Alan Capro. I think this is the one I was watching.
This is a lecture on how to make a happening.
It's called How to Make a Happening, but I want to show the ice one. This is it right here. So Drake posted this on Twitter back 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now, right? So he knew as far back as this point, he had already planned to do this stunt with the sculpture, right? That's been planned for a long time. But when we saw this 2 years ago, we didn't know what this meant. Which, again, I got to give props to Licensed Drake and Driver because I think he's the only one that really went into crazy detail on the plot twist. And I mean, he looked at every image on there as if it meant something, when most of us looked at it like it was just nonsense, right? But this just goes to show that a lot of these things did mean something, and we're finding out now, right?
Recreated Alan Capro's famous 1967 happening.
Really interesting. Really interesting. Wishful thinking, Iceman, please, only 18 songs. That's all you want. Plot twist, not part 2. Oh, P2. Shout out to Virtual Vegetable for the 5 gifted. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. So this is where the inspiration came from. I think the way this worked, when this Alan guy did it, people kind of brought their own blocks, I think, and they all just kind of built it together. But this is what performative art looks like. And basically, you just leave it there, you build it, and then allow it to be with nature or in the elements, and allow people to do whatever they want with it, which is kind of exactly what's happening with Drake, because now we're seeing people. I thought I saw something today, someone put fuck ice on it, and I don't think that's actually, I think that's a great message. I don't think he's saying fuck ice, man. I think it's more of a political message. And, you know, I saw people saying, why make it political? But that's the whole point of this being a performance art piece, right? Anyone can add to it as they wish. That's the whole point of it. And that's what's been happening. I mean, when we first saw it set up, and I saw Axe saying that they do look kind of blue. I was wondering if, like, they put some blue food coloring in there or something to make them blue, or is that just how it kind of looks? I don't know, right? But again, when we go back to episode 1, which we've talked about so much on this channel, Drake measuring those blocks, turns out that, again, he had this plan for quite some time, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, news broke early on of this foreign object frozen into the ice. And like, we really got to talk about how much effort this took, because when we saw Drake at City Hall a couple weeks back, I think that was for a bunch of different things, because one, we saw that crazy explosion. He definitely had to link with the municipality for that. But to get this done too, obviously he can't just put this ice sculpture there on his own. So I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, that Drake spent over $1 million on this ice piece. And I could kind of see it, because I don't know what each block would cost or how many of them it took. But just the labor to get that done and all the guys to set it up, the transport, the permits, all that. Yeah, I could see it being $1 million for sure. You say Iceman Tiffany Bluestones? Yeah, maybe they put a little something in there. But you saw he was trapping some stuff in here. Photos from the scene. So like, I thought this was really, really dope, the way that they did this. It took a while for them to make it, but they did it, right? Again, this is the block thing, brick by brick. This is exactly how it was intended. And then we saw Drake spotted shooting another music video. So there's two so far. We had the Adonis thing. We had the explosion, which would have been one music video. And now we've also got Adonis in a cop car, I believe it is, right here. And you can see the camera. So clearly there's a music video going on. The big question is, I'll make a prediction on it. I feel like at least one of these music videos that he's pre-filming is going to end up into the live stream Iceman episode 4, which I'm going to say is coming Thursday or Friday. I think he is doing another Iceman episode. I don't think he should abandon it. I don't think he should abandon that concept. Too many people fuck with it. I really enjoyed those episodes. I enjoyed breaking them down. I know the fans enjoyed it. I know he claimed he was going to continue. So hopefully we get another one. But what he might do is kind of like what he did in episode 1. Remember when he had the What Did I Miss with all the guns laid out, right? That was pre-filmed, and he incorporated that pre-filmed element into the streamed episode. He might do that with some of these. He might do a live stream with some pre-filmed parts. So it really depends. But clearly there's probably more than one music video. And here's Drake right here. Those are those Shy Butter. Those are really far. I can't remember the exact name. Right? So he's filming music videos. He's dropping this. And then we find out that embedded in this structure is the release date for the album, which I thought was genius. And that whole thing kind of set the mayhem off, where people in the city started to go there and try and melt the shit themselves. They started chipping away with hammers and stuff. And in the beginning, I kind of felt like they should just stand back and let the ice do its thing and let it melt. But I feel like Drake wanted this to happen. He wanted people to climb up and beat up the ice and burn it and breathe on it. And that was the whole point. I'm pretty sure that's why the structure was designed in the way that it was, because if they didn't want people to climb it, now it could be for engineering purposes too, right? I don't know, but if they didn't want people to climb it, they probably wouldn't have built it so it was like you could climb it, right? Steps. So this was the first streamer on the scene right here, and Drake blessed him big time. I think he gave him $5,000. he ended up getting a bunch of OVO swag.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Okay, what was the post he did? He did this, right?
He did this. Good for him, though, man. Good for him. And then these guys with Nasser Jewelry also posted. They got this custom-made jewelry box for Drake. And at first, people looked at it, and it's interesting because it says legacy belongs to those who create. And when I think about that line, legacy belongs to those who create, I think it really ties into ownership of music, ownership of the art that you make, ownership of your legacy. And when you think about Drake, and we've been saying this for a while on the channel, I don't know what the situation is for him and his masters, or like at least anything before Certified Lover Boy. I'm pretty sure that lives with UMG, like to our knowledge. Now, we don't know if he had some sort of clause or something in his last the $400 million contract. There could have been something in there. If he recouped by a particular point, maybe he could get ownership back. I don't know. That's just a rumor. But this is important to Drake. Clearly, right? Legacy belongs to those who create. So that's the first thing I thought of. And then you see it says Fortress of Solitude and Frozen Moments. I had to look up Fortress of Solitude last night, and apparently it's something to do with Superman. He's got a secret Arctic sanctuary, and maybe this video will explain it a bit more. Here, let's see.
Other automatons because the trailer introduces 12, a new addition to the fleet. They take him to the Superman version of an emergency room where they find out that Superman has suffered 14 fractures, damage to the bladder, kidney, large intestine, and the lungs. But Superman needs no medication or plasters. All he needs is a healthy dose of yellow sunlight. So the fortress turns a few degrees towards the sun, and they use some huge lenses to concentrate the sun's rays so much that they become 292 times.
Now, I don't know if anyone already looked into this part of it, because obviously he picked that name for a reason. There's a slot here. People thought it would be a hard drive and a USB, but I actually spoke to Nasser Jewelry, and they told me, no, that's not what it is. And they actually sent me something else earlier, too, about this. They told me that there's a full breakdown coming out on what that case means. So let me go here. Nasser Jewelry. I think they posted something new today, too. Right here. So these look like it looks like a money clip. Right? I don't know what this is, though. Fortress of Solitude, if that's one of Drake's or Dream Cruise LLCs. That's a good call, actually. I could really look, because we know Frozen Moments is a the LLC that Drake has had for quite some time, and it's also the LLC from the lawsuit. It's a business entity associated with rapper Drake, used primarily as a boutique record label for intellectual property management. Yeah, his Best in the World pack was released under that. And late 2024 filed legal petitions against UMG. I can also remember during my breakdown of Iceman episode 3, I mentioned LLC as well. Let me just play that very quickly. Why is this doing this? Let me see. YouTube. 1 second, chat. Iceman. Now you're starting to see people like, a lot of people are starting to, a lot of these guys who, and I'm not even going to pigeonhole Rob with that, because I actually think Rob is pretty fair. If Rob Markman, I think he's pretty fair. I'm not going to, nothing against Rob, but you probably will see a lot of the people who were really hating on Drake capitalize on this moment to not just talk about it. Maybe they might hate on it, but there's money in this for them too. A lot of money in hating Drake. So it's good to see people like Jay and other people doing something different. But let me just take a look at a few of the chats here. We got Day W, wishful thinking, Iceman, please, only 18 songs. Well, now there might be a chance it might be a double album. We've been seeing way too many things that make me believe that it probably is going to be a double disc. New member, Bear EQ, thank you for becoming a new member, bro. Supporting the channel. Thank you. 15 from Grant Ackery. Iceman May 15th hype. Kendrick's diss track and J. Cole diss track. Talking about his thoughts and conclusions on the beef. Mentioned how you literally helped K-Dot a lot in 2011, 2013. Now, I don't know. I really appreciate the 15, bro. I don't know if he's going to be... Do you guys really think he's going to... He might have some subliminals for Kendrick, but do you think he's going to go all out and name drop and go crazy? I don't know. $2 from Jeremy Cole. Ran to the lawyers, now cosplaying cops. Thank you for the 2, bro. Mystic G with the 5. Drake low-key made the ice walls steps so people could climb to the top of it. Otherwise, it would have been way more difficult to nab the release date. Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, the way they engineered it, that structure, it was made to climb. And the fact that they had the release date just barely at the top, he wanted someone to get that pretty quick, right? 2 from Lines Tap. Read the labels under that thing on the briefcase. Are you talking about the Fortresses of... Yeah, we're looking at these now, right? And the Frozen Moments. So the thing with Frozen Moments, I'm going to have to go back to my own channel for this, but if we go Frozen Moments... So this was really the last video I made about Drake, aside from... I made a couple, actually. I haven't made one in a while. But this episode here...
Jumps in it.
We talked about Frozen Moments, right?
The Pinocchios then writes out the word legacy on the tablecloth in red sauce, likely meant to symbolize blood. This is a strong statement to symbolize that what's on the menu is Drake's legacy, his name, his reputation, his catalog. They want to eat off Drake's legacy at any cost, which is why it's written in blood. However, they don't get a 4-course meal. The only thing on the menu tonight are ice cubes, Drake's signature as the Iceman. I believe that each ice cube represents a frozen moment, the same name of Drake's LLC in the lawsuit against UMG. John Janik's ice cube represents his part of the...
So this is where I kind of touched on I touched on Frozen Moments and what I thought this scene was. I would love to know one day if I got it right. But Drake liked this breakdown, and so did Ben Dorado. So I must have got something right. I did hit up Ben because he followed me a few days back, and I just DM'd him and said, yo, one day you got to tell me if I got this right. And he just laughed. He put a laughing emoji. He didn't say anything back, but... Yeah, so that it's interesting to see these things coming up over and over again, like the Frozen Moments thing, because it makes people believe. When I think of something Frozen Moments, right? Like, what does that mean? Like, to me, a photograph is a frozen moment. A video is a frozen moment, right? Audio saved, a song, anything like that, they're frozen moments, right? Stuck in time. So when I see him lean into that so much, it does make me believe, like, it makes me wonder what is coming on this album. It really does. It really does. Interestingly enough. Anyways, continuing on. Drake has the city of Toronto lining up to stare at ice blocks. Yeah, we know that. Here was like, I think this was the structure before people started. In the beginning, people were just kind of taking pictures with it, right? They weren't going crazy with the hammers or climbing it. But eventually someone broke the ice, no pun intended, because there were signs that told people, if you're going to climb this thing or touch it, you're going to do so at your own risk. So this is when we thought, Jared initially thought this was a hard drive or a USB, but it is something different. It is something different. Drake fans really, okay, so this is where it kind of started here.
He's fucking igloo.
See, I can understand why the police kind of shut this down because the first thing I thought, just coming from construction, a construction background, is like not having safety glasses on while doing this. You're kind of looking for good way to get like something in your eye or even hurt your eye. You can see the chips just flying.
Hold on. Hit it in the flat.
So they're going crazy with the ice picks. There's people going around. They start. This guy actually ended up saying he planted a key in the middle of the blocks, and whoever got it wins a car.
He gets a brand new car. Drake means so much to me, to this city. He's all about giving back and spreading love, and that's what I love too. So this key is going right in the middle of the block of ice, and the first person to get this key gets a brand new car.
So all this stuff is really, really dope way to really organically promote the album. Like this is a whole experience for the fans. Obviously, anyone who drives remotely close to that area, the first thing you're going to be met with is this structure, whether or not you are into Drake's music or even know who Drake is. You're going to know because people, like you see this thing and you're going to ask questions. Well, what is this doing here? Right? So it's a really dope thing for Toronto. I think it's one of the most creative rollouts that we've ever seen. And I know Kanye's done some crazy stuff, but I don't think we've seen anything like this. And you guys could tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever seen anything as obscure as this. Now, I do remember Ye put, I think it was the Black Skinhead, right? Like he was projecting that video across all over the world. Like that was a very creative thing too. Really creative. But I don't know if it's been this different, you know? This different. I don't think anyone's done anything this off the beaten path. So anyways, finally, Kishka, the streamer who was going crazy with the hammer, he locates the bag, right?
We got it.
He got it.
We got it. We got it.
So this was embedded in the top, like probably like, I don't think it was too far down. How long do you guys think it would have took for that thing to melt on its own? Because clearly he didn't want to wait that long. He wanted someone to find this pretty quickly for it to be at like the top, right? I was actually trying to measure the blocks with I had a ruler image thing. I was like, okay, if I find out the dimensions of the blocks and then find out like how many of them there are, and then try and do some math on the weather and really try and figure out how long this will take to melt and do like a breakdown on it. But then now there's got to be some other stuff hidden in there. You say 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 or 4 days. It hasn't melted at all after 20 hours, so way too long. Yeah, it might take a bit, right? It might take a bit. For sure. For sure. So yeah, like I think he's got more stuff in there. I don't think it's just this. But Drake told him, so he finds it, and Aiden told him, look, come to the embassy, come to the house. After he cracked the block open, and he said, let's go. Come to the house. Iceman said, go to his house now. Go. So at that point, he drives. This is where he found it. Look at that. This is really cool, man. Like, you guys got to admit, like, even if this is really dope. So I don't think it was down that far, right? At all. But I do think there's more shit in here. I don't think it's just that. Anyways, he pulls up the Drake's place. They open up the gates.
Yeah, we'll get off. Oh, looks like somebody can come in. Somebody's coming in. All right, waiting 1 second. We're waiting 1 second.
That's crazy. I don't know if this guy had a relationship with Drake before. I don't know if, like, he's obviously from Toronto. I actually don't know this streamer. I'm not huge into the streaming world, but anyways, he cracks it open. And here we go. Iceman, May 15th. And the same thing, like the first thing I thought when I looked at this is like, okay, one part is red, one part is blue. Like, I think this is going to be a double disc. One side red, maybe he's going to be going crazy on one side. Like, you know, rapping his ass off, firing on everyone. The other part might be more hits. But I do think we're going to get a double disc from Drake with two very different styles. Two very different styles. And it's not just because of this. It's because of a lot of things, right? It's because of there's many reasons why I think that. And the first real clue that I saw that made me believe that, I believe, was here. No, not this post. This one. What was this one right here? So this, like, the first thing I thought when I looked at this is like a split, right? Right down the middle. So I was thinking, okay, could this be a double disc? Then we got another two other random but completely opposite things being, one is an explosion with fire. Like you seen that big fireball in the air. And then the other thing is a structure of ice. Like just two polar opposite things. So when I look at the red and the blue, the fire and the ice, I kind of started thinking about that a little bit, right? Let me see. We got a few super chats. Drake season is behind. Shout out to Ricky Hernandez for the 2. Drake season is upon us, no doubt, bro. It's about to be a good time. It's about to be good. 10 from my guy Nathaniel Lewis. 1K live. Let's go, Dirt. OVO boys are out. We ready. Mad buzzing. Saying more is coming tonight. Episode 4, May 1st. I don't know, man. I really do want an episode, though. I really think that, you know, as much as people complained about, like, some of the episodes being boring, I feel like they could take a lot of learning lessons from what they did. And I do think they're going to. I think the next episode they do is going to be like a full-blown movie that people are probably going to talk about for a while. I think what he's about to do next, people will talk about it for years to come. Years and years. Right? So thank you for the 10, Nathaniel. 549 lines tap. No, go back to his story. See what the big thing says. You said you didn't know what was next to the money clip. It's a case, and it says what for. Okay, let me look. So I don't know if you guys agree with me on the double disc, but I think there's enough clues at this point that it's possible. It's possible. So let's see here. What does it say? I can't really quite read it. What does that say? In order to give something rare to the world, you must retreat from it. Legacy requires withdrawal, not absence from the world, but separation from its noise. I can't really read that. What if he did? What if it's like, what if he dropped 2 different albums? Or what if he did an album and like another Scary Hours or something? I think it's going to be a double album. Right? Go Habs. Salute. Thank you, Shanice Betty, for the sub. $2 from Prod Dat Rose. Fortress of Solitude is where Superman goes to heal. Okay, I got you. Multi M 335 with the 5. Red Fire, Blue Ice. First disc, Murder Raps. Second disc, Summer Slaps. and Fireman and Iceman possible final Wayne and Drake collab on Iceman. Crazy prediction. 5 from Christian. Thank you, bro. May 1st, like the crayon post upside down. Good call, actually. Because this was something that my intern posted for me today, and shout out to Birdie. Shout out to my guy Birdie. He posted this post right here about, Drake put this out a while back, and I think this was something maybe his kid did or something. I don't know who drew this. But if you flipped it upside down, you could see it said May 1st, which, makes me believe that something is definitely 100% happening on May 1st. What is May 1st for a calendar? May 1st will be what? Let me see. May 1st. What date is that? Oh, yeah, it's on a Friday, bro. There's definitely something happening on May 1st. International Labor Day. So, yeah, save that date. Something's happening. We don't know what. Will it be Iceman episode 4? Will it be a music video? Something big is happening on that day, I believe. Another interesting thing to note, too, is Not Like Us also dropped around that time. May 4th. May 4th, right? Another thing that happened on May 4th was Kendrick Las Vegas, May 4th. Who Kid? Was this, right? This was allegedly where an incident may or may not have taken place, right? So interesting dates coming up because we're kind of heading, Drake is quite literally dropping, he's in the middle of this rollout all around the same time where the battle happened 2 years ago, which I think is pretty interesting. Timing-wise, that's interesting. Let me see. Multi-am, don't the people on the crayons have guns? Ambush, I didn't see that. I didn't notice that, but thank you for the 2. Maul said he had a bomb, and then a bomb dropped Friday. That's true, actually. I never thought about that. Maul did say the Iceman had a bomb. I did not make that connection, but you're right. Good point. I never even thought about that, but yeah. Right here.
That Iceman got a bomb with some money emojis. Every single blog picked that up as Drake has a huge diss coming against Kendrick Lamar that's going to ruin his career.
Is that what blogs?
That's what all the blogs took.
Yes. Yes.
Did you hear a record? Is that what you're referring to by bomb? Is it in relation to the battle, or is it in relation to he just has a great record coming?
No, it's not that. This is just great music. This particular record, I think, may be the record. Well, I know this record is going to go #1. It's just that type of record, and obviously he will surpass. I think Michael Jackson was next #1.
Okay.
So it's interesting because we got Maul claimed there was going to be a bomb, and then Drake quite literally did drop an actual bomb in Toronto. And I'm assuming between the let's look at this. This is CBC News, The National, about the ice structure. But yeah, we know that Drake put off this crazy explosion. Holy shit. That's crazy. Wow. Like, how much do you think that cost even? Like, the bomb. I don't know nothing about that side of the world, but it couldn't have been cheap to do that. I know fireworks they cost a pretty penny. To do something like this, I don't know. That wasn't cheap. So this got to be for a music video or for the episode, man. Like, we're going to see this bomb somewhere again, right? We're going to see this again for sure. But just going back one step, I wanted to see what, like, the whole, like, mainstream news is saying about this.
This is for Iceman, bro.
In the end, Drake fans
This for Iceman,
got
bro.
what they wanted, a release date for the rapper's long-anticipated album, even if the result was clearly contrived.
It's here, guys.
A social media influencer digging the date out of a massive block of ice before driving it to the Toronto rapper's house. The publicity stunt capped a whirlwind 24 hours of disruption in Toronto after the rapper posted an Instagram story of the ice in a private downtown parking lot. Fans flocked. Release date inside, he teased.
It's very important that we see this release date. I got a little baby hammer in my pocket, just in case.
Others came with pickaxes. A few fans even brought blowtorches, climbing to the top. Toronto police weren't quite as enthused. With chunks of ice falling, they cleared the area.
When officers got on the scene, essentially they just controlled the crowds to make sure everybody was safe and that people came off the ice sculpture.
Drake has promised a new album for more than a year, churning anticipation in recent days with over-the-top stunts. Last week at a large suburban Toronto park, a thunderous explosion lit up the skies, which Drake shared on Instagram. Police said it was tied to a permitted film shoot, but it prompted fear.
We're talking about a massive explosion and mushroom cloud, a flaming mushroom cloud going hundreds of feet in the air. And many people thought it was an industrial accident or a plane crash.
But how far is too far? A music PR expert we spoke with says these stunts are actually pretty successful.
I think it's really refreshing to see somebody using a good old-fashioned marketing gimmick to cut through the clutter.
Now, for fans, the question: will the album match the hype? Jamie Strash.
Look at bro with the whole hockey fucking.
CBC News, Toronto.
That's funny. Look, Drake claimed when Drake did the interview with, I think it was Complex, with Matt Babel, they talked about the live streams, right? And Drake made it clear in this interview that he was tired of doing these cookie cutter rollouts or the way the industry did it, right? So we'll read through this. He says nearly 2 decades in his career, he's done it all. He's had the long, elaborate rollouts of multiple singles and videos and magazine covers, release night sit-downs with Zane Lowe, but now it's all starting to feel a little stale to him. I was asked by a creative partner what I love and hate about rolling out an album. I expressed that I love the opportunity for a clean slate of thoughts and excitement and messaging when it comes to the music. What I hate is the redundancy of the formulaic approach that's ingrained in our brains from the early label days. Single, video, album post cover, etc. So, when Drake planned Iceman, he wanted to do something completely different. And that so far is what he's done, whether that be through the live streams or through these things we've been seeing him do lately. It's crazy. Now, the funny thing about it, the interesting thing about it is even with the ice sculpture, that still got tied to live streaming in a way that Drake was kind of stepped back from. But I think he knew live streamers were going to go to that place and film around that sculpture. That was bound to happen. And that's exactly what happened, right? So he's leveraging new media. I'll call it new media. I think Lowe's Polos and Aiden Ross are actually flying to Toronto, or they're going to Toronto pretty quick here. So you're probably going to see them working with Drake on whatever's next too, and covering whatever he's got coming. Do you guys think Drake might do a live listening party of the album? Because that could be something too. Let me just get a few super chats very quickly. Maul said he had a bomb, then a bomb drop Friday. Yeah, it's crazy. Mayday explosion from Dr. Inky, and text me, Dirt. Yes, I will, my guy, Dr. Inky. Thank you for the 2. Lines tap. Check your DMs. I sent you a pic and zoomed in. Okay, let me just take this off here so I don't share my DMs with everybody. Hold up. Okay, so what we got here? Okay, I could drag this over here. Where? I can't really read it, bro. It says, oh, one is a money clip and one is a what? I knew this one was a money clip, but what does this one say? It's a case. L.A. I can't quite read that, bro. I guess this is like kind of the design for it. I don't know what this is, though. A case for something and a money clip. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But he did tell me, the dude from Nasser Jewelry did tell me that there's a full breakdown coming out in the next few days about what all this means. So we'll figure that out pretty quick. Couple other super chats. 5 from Daryl Turner. Thank you, bro. One of the pics in the Iceman book has Pinocchio in the crosshairs. Yeah, let's take a look at everything that was found in that book very quickly, because it's something I haven't looked at yet. I think NFR posted it. NFR, I believe they posted a breakdown of all the different things. Let me see here. Okay, so there's this. Okay, now you could look. Someone has went and spray painted May 15th on it. And that's the whole point of this sort of piece, right? It's for the public to go and do whatever the hell they want with it. That's what's so cool about it. Yeah, so someone put May 15th on their Iceman. I thought I saw another person put fuck ice on there. Okay, so here's a few things that NFR going crazy with the post. So let's see. There's the bag. Here's when it freeze. Okay, so here's some of the things right here we can look. So we know about this one. Another thing that was in there was Iceman is Drake. We've seen this before already. He's posted this one before. You got like a devil looking for all the dogs type image with Iceman on it. This one, jewelry repair sale. Like someone got to look into. I got to figure out what these things are later. This is really grainy, but there's a vehicle in it, and one of the things I noticed was Tony Bett, who's Tony is the guy that he kind of designs and procures all the vehicles for Drake. So when Drake wants to customize one of his vehicles, Tony is his guy. And I noticed Tony posted that one thing in particular. I don't know what this is. Plazo. If you know, you know. What's this? And then he also posted, I guess maybe he don't have it on here anymore. Okay, see, he posted the car, so I don't know if I should probably ask him what it means, but it's really interesting, man. It's really interesting. Anyways, let me just go back one more and look at these again. So yeah, we had that. We had this car thing, which I have no idea what it is. It kind of looks like an old Integra or something. I don't know what type of car is that. Any car people in the chat can tell me what type of car? It kind of looks like is it an Acura? I don't know. Is it like an Acura Integra or whatever? Acura Integra? It kind of looked like older. Maybe I'm way off. Nah, because they got that little dumb wing on the back of him. Can't really tell. It's an Acura for sure, right? You're saying you think it's a Mustang? Then we got these little, so this is the blocks here, look. And this must have been the design for it. Then we got this and Save Our Clubs. It just looks like a bunch of random stuff until you like really look into it. You say it's a 5-liter Mustang, an older one? Okay. So it's a late 80s Stang. Okay. Snow Without Weather. Again, it's like a double thing, right? Like it's split down the middle. So I keep on thinking that there's a lot of indications leading that we might be getting a double disc here, right? We got the owl pendants. I think one of those were for the World Boss. Bunch of crazy stuff. And we got Iceman Hockey Arena, which I remember looking at the plot twist for Drake a while back. If you go to plot twist, this is what it reminded me of right away. There was a point where he had this owl cup thing. I think it was really early on. Which just goes to show how long he's been planning this. Like, this has been in the works for a minute. Because all these posts came just weeks after the battle. But that owl cup thing, I want to show it to you guys. It's like everything from Plot Twist 2 is kind of right in line with like all that artwork we just looked at. It's like the same style of randomness. But it's down here a little ways. It's down here a little ways. See, this is where we saw the Iceman machine back on June 30th, 2024. Long before anybody knew the name of the album, he was already posting things like this. And then this. So this has been in the works for a minute. But yeah, I don't wanna have to scroll too far for it, but that owl cup thing, I can remember it. And I thought it was pretty early on. Right here. See this? You got the two curling things here. The owl. This is also ice, right? Clearly ice. 1977 Night Owl Cup. Whatever that is. And when I looked at that hockey arena, it kind of reminded me of that post from a ways back. Anyways, let's keep looking, chat. Let's keep looking. I'll get to a quick couple super chats here very quickly. Subscription by IV. Thank you. New member, Midtown. Thank you for becoming a member, bro, and supporting. Much, much appreciated. $5 from Mark Miller. Yo, Derp. I know what the left item was in the box with Nazir. I'm going to DM you right now. Okay, DM me. What's your name on IG, too? MCH88 with the 8 months of membership. Iceman on Ice. Freeze the World Tour. He's going to be skating. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the... Thanks for the loyalty and long-term support. Is much appreciated. So this is all the stuff here that we got. Now, this guy here, did anyone figure out who this dude is? Because that is the face that we were trying to figure out. Despite the first casualties, it seems to be a part of the game. Let me look that up. Despite the first casualties... Was it? It appears to be part of the game. It appears. It seems to be part of the game. It seems to be part of the game. Who is this? What's this?
Hello and welcome. He lives.
When do we get to the point? I need to find that part. Right here. We're going to figure out who this dude is.
TV. And when the Gulf War a couple of weeks after the attack, I was down near Ground Zero and saw these children. Now, I've always shot a variety of things on TV. And when the Gulf War began in 1991, I decided I was going to shoot off of television. And I started changing.
Bro, that's why I couldn't find this guy, because, like, who is this? He's not, I don't think this guy's crazy famous, so it was very difficult to find, like, the match. I was trying to match the eyebrow and stuff, like, with famous people, but.
Changing channels. And when I got to this French news station called Entendu, and they were showing the images with subtitles, as they were translating it for the American audience, I knew that this told the story in a way better than I could.
Well, but who is this dude, bro? Did anyone figure it out? Did anyone, like, figure out what was the... Let's see. Hidden Face was on IG post a while back. I think he's going to sell... Did anyone find out what this guy's name is? Someone must have figured it out by now. Reporter from the Gulf War. Interesting. Okay. Do a reverse image search. Well, we know where it came from now. But you got to dig a lot deeper into the history now with it, right? Shout out to Nas5 for 2 months. It's a Gulf War reporter. Okay. Let me type that in. Gulf War reporter. This dude? Peter Arnett. Is that him? Is a phrase that has been linked to the 1990 media depiction of conflict, particularly the Gulf War. It was featured in a photograph of a newscaster produced by Barbara Alper in 2009. The phrase reflects the perception of the conflict being treated as a video game or game by media due to the sanitized, live, and high-tech nature of the coverage. Okay. The Gulf War was nicknamed the video game war because of live, televised, and satellite-delivered news coverage that often focused on precision-guided munitions over human casualties. Okay, so this is definitely tied to the media. I don't know if it's over the course of the battle, but I don't think the media have been the best to Drake, if we're being honest, over the last couple of years. Yo, shout out to Emil Johnson. Good to see you in here. Makes sense, right? So a lot of these things are kind of still up in the air on what exactly they mean. This looks pretty cool. So damn, they went all out with this. Is that Sexy Red right there? Really interesting. Really interesting. Beef related, you think? It probably ties into the beef, for sure. Shout out to Certified Jared, though, for documenting this the way that he has. So, Certified Jared also claimed a bunch of video cameras 2 hours ago. And then he also put out a post saying there's more coming tonight, this was what made me want to stay on stream or to start the stream. I didn't even plan on streaming tonight, but once I saw that, we got to be out here. We got to be ready because I trust Jared. What's this? A crew is projecting something at Drake's ice cloud. More is coming.
He said the Fortnite.
A crew is projecting something.
He said the Fortnite.
That's crazy, bro. Okay, so it looks like Jared's doing a unofficial listening party at May 15th. Another thing I found kind of interesting, chat. was Academics, right? Academics is doing a live show in New York on May 15th. Like the one day he said, look, because Drake, he's dropping the album May 15th and he's got his own show. Now, is Ack going to tie? Did Ack know this from before? Did he already know the release date? Because I find that pretty interesting that the exact day he's doing a live show in New York at 7 p.m. I'm thinking someone said you became part of the rollout for free, got used for promo, PR, and damage control, only for the dude who dick takes up permanent residence in his throat to step on his event with zero notice or regard. Iceman and D Cold War. Now, I don't know about this because maybe Ack knew about this before. You say he ain't know? Damn, Drake, you didn't have to do Ack like that. Shit. I remember Ack saying too, like, Drake, please, whatever you do, don't drop on this date. And that's when he performed in Miami. Or Ack had a show in Miami. That was probably a month back. But now he does this other one in New York, and sure enough, drops on the exact same day. It's Ack's birthday weekend. So if I'm Ack, I'm finding a really dope way to try to tie in Drake's album to this in some way, right? And I'm sure that's what he's going to do. That's kind of unfortunate, though. Right? Now, something else that I'm really, really glad to see. So it looks like this is projected on the blocks now here, chat. So it wasn't spray paint. It's actually a projection. Iceman, May 15th. Wild. Looks really dope, too. That looks really cool. Really cool. Yeah, I feel for Ack if that's the case, right? Iceman date projections are popping up over Toronto. Look at that. So this is a very interesting rollout so far, man. They're continuing on. It's full speed ahead. Look, we're not even going to have time to sleep at this point. In the next, if Iceman is happening May 15th, I can't possibly imagine what else is about to happen in between now and then. Because I feel like every other day we're going to be getting something. Every other day. Let's see. Iceman party in New York. We got to wait. I think there's something coming. We got to... Let me check up on Drake here. Nothing yet. And you guys got to keep your eyes out. Let me check the What's the Dirt Twitter community really quick. Because you guys, if you want me to react to anything, go into the What's the Dirt Twitter community. Every now and then you should see a link pop up in the chat where you can join it. Okay, so my boy Wanda is here. Wanda had to check it out. Okay. All right. So let me just check the community real quick. If you want me to look into anything particular on stream, drop it into our community, and I'll always look at whatever you guys want me to. So let's go. What's the Dirt community? Let's see what we got here. Double Street. Noel. Where did this come from? Vafansulo.
Iceman coming soon. Y'all boys better duck, get out the way.
And it better be like that because niggas been waiting.
Hey, or stay right here. That's how I've been. Don't move, don't do nothing. Just stay right there. Just like that. Back. Anyway. Iceman coming.
So, like, what's coming on this album, man? What's coming on this fucking album? Like, is Drake actually going to be going crazy on this or what? We got some gravestones here with what looks like eyeballs, but also could probably even pass as like a disc or a CD. It's a bunch of random stuff. Rye B, why is the Y capitalized? 2024-26 will be my year. Drake in concert, Iceman concert. He scratched out the 24 and put 26. So look, we're seeing all types of stuff like this. Drake is claiming this is his year. He's had a lot of time now over the last couple years to prepare. And the dude has always been extremely calculated. So it's going to be a treat. So if the album drops May 15th, when will episode 4 happen? Well, I'm thinking maybe May 1st, right? Based off that crayon thing. May 15th. People are excited for May 15th. People looking down at the at the ice blocks. Iceman got to be dropping on May 1st, right? I guess they put this out before we got the news. Let me go latest. Let me refresh just to make sure I didn't miss any. You say Kendrick's album's dropping May 16th, the day after. Look, man, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick dropped something in proximity. Did something. He's been quiet for a long time. 81 Bond Street is gritty street spot. It's right across from a cathedral. It's like saint versus sinner. What if the ice is bonding? Interesting. I also looked at 81 Street as like, I mean, you can't really think about that without talking about the Hells Angels and Drake's connection to that, because we've seen him with the 81 support stuff on many times. Obviously, Andy Kernew appeared in Family Matters, who is like a very close Hells Angel affiliate. Drake has been spotted with this 81 support gear many times. Many times. Obviously, this is Andy right here, who's his neighbor. Who's actually someone that I'm going to get to visit when I go to Toronto. I'm going to actually visit with Andy, check out his spot. I'm hoping to get a picture in front of this thing, actually, because I think that would be really cool. But yeah, Drake's been repping the 81 stuff for a while. We even heard him on God's Plan. He's got the line, right? 81, bring the crashes to the party, right? He's talking about the HA in that. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. The line is often interpreted as the Hells Angels, HA1, suggesting the rapper has protection or influential connections available to it. Which I mean, Drake actually has a signed motorcycle from Sonny, I think his name's Sonny Barger. Sonny Barger, isn't he the one? Okay, so this is him here. Sonny Barger. Let me put Drake. He's the one who created the HA. And I think he's got the motorcycle in his crib signed by him. I can't find it now. $4.99 from History 31. So we all agree Drake and Driver's Japan Theory was a total miss. I'm not going to say that yet. I Drake and Driver's my guy. I respect what he does big time because I feel like I got to keep it real. I don't think anyone really looks into these obscure details like the way he does, right? Even me. He's been talking about this Japan Theory for a long time. And with the Japan Theory, he was expecting Drake to do Iceman episode 4 in Japan. I don't know if it's totally off the table because the luxury of live streaming is if Drake wants, he could film something in Japan live and have something in Texas live and have something in Toronto live. As long as he could get that Wi-Fi connection or the internet connection to the camera, he could theoretically film anywhere. He could theoretically film in multiple places across the country in one live stream, right? So yeah, I wouldn't say. I really hope it does come true for him because he worked really hard on it. But we'll have to see. Now we could look at some of the stuff he's been saying because it looks like he's working right now. So it looks like he's going through The American flag colors, and episode 1 was released on American Independence Day. There is a theme here. Let's see. Going through episode 1 right now in the break room. There is a photo of a polar bear with a muzzle surrounding some clueless penguins. Could this represent some dirt he's holding on to? I don't know. Like, I don't know how much we should lean into Drake dropping some crazy dirt, because Drake got an active lawsuit with his label right now, right? I don't know for sure if he's gonna, jump out the window and like press some crazy red button and set some bomb off. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Is Drake gonna jump in and start a round 2? You know? He goes, more on episode 1. The way the TV switches channels is very reminiscent of the new Iceman promo photos Drake has been posting. Is Drake really getting ready to televise some dirt? See, I don't know. I can't lean into it that much. I can't lean into it that much. Like, I just can't. I can't lean into it that much to say like every little thing he's doing indicates that he's dropping dirt. I don't know. I think he will. There's a reason there was a nuke. That's true too. That's true too. That's true too. Getting sort of into Kendrick Bot's level of looking into it. Maybe. All right. But shout out to my guy, man. That's my guy. Let me see if there's any more updates, chat. Let me see if there's any more updates. I got a certified Jarrett's been on top of it. But nothing yet. I don't feel like I'm going to get off the stream until we figure out what's coming tonight. Right now, it's 8:12 p.m. where I'm at. It's getting close to midnight, or what time is it in Toronto right now? Like 11:12. So maybe at midnight tonight, maybe there's another announcement. But I'm not going nowhere until we figure it out. Yeah, I guess Spotify has it wrong. Does April 15th have any relation to the court case? Well, that's what I always found interesting about this rollout, is the fact that the minute the lawsuit got dismissed, everything came to a screaming halt. Like, no more episodes, no more updates. Like, the rollout was going. Then it gets dismissed, and then nothing happens for almost a year later. And when it starts to happen again is when the lawsuit is back in motion again in the appeal. Like, we type in his appeal. As of April, Drake is formally appealing. Drake doubles down on Not Like Us lawsuit in UMG appeal. So now the lawsuit is right back to where it kind of was. It's obviously being appealed, right? But the minute that this kind of kicks back into high gear, the rollout kind of starts again. Did you guys notice that, or am I tripping? How people missing this? April 29th, y'all. Views anniversary. You think he's going to do something on April 29th? Yeah, Drake's fourth studio album was released on April 29th. It was released through Young Money, Cash Money, and Republic. You think he's going to drop something on that day as kind of paying homage to it? He just went to court Friday and gave final briefings. Yeah, but it just seems like the lawsuit shit kind of began picking up again, and then the rollout kind of started. Check the community. It's a hard drive case. Okay, it's a hard drive case. Communities. Let me go. What's the dirt? It's a hard drive case. That's the fucked up. Let me see. Okay, so we got 3 minutes ago. Custom hard drive case. Lacy 1 terabyte rugged USB portable hard drive. What does Drake have this hard drive for? It's interesting because even on the red button, right? Remember, Drake goes red button. We'll go lyrics. He talks about the USB in the safe, right?
Check. Yes. One. Look, the most decorated
I feel like this record is always gonna come up. Like he's planting a lot of shit in this. That you know what I mean? Here.
Billboard got me Rashida.
So what is he talking about there? You know what I mean? This happened way before the battle. He's talking about a ticking time bomb. If you press the red button, everybody's heaven gated. Press the red button, everything forever changes. And we see this crazy explosion happen in Toronto. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Because I feel like Drake does fucking want revenge, right? But I was thinking his way of getting revenge was going to be just him blowing up again and, like, just taking over. I didn't really tie it to too much. 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Yes. Okay. But still.
Blacking over here like it's segregate. Swallow this up on your ass like a revel.
Like, I don't know, man. But it was 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Yeah, okay. My bad, chat. My bad. 8 a.m. in Charlotte. So he's been talking about shit like this. USBs in the safe. And the footage is safe with me. And, you know, I got the footage tucked away. What footage? Like, what?
I'm out here on the road. Get corporate sales. Chinchilla, you Shanka, we skiing out at Courchevel.
He does go crazy on this, too. Let me just go ahead just a little bit. Foreign film. Because your words don't match your action. We got to keep going. A little bit ways. We got to keep going. It's up. Is it towards the end? Where does he say USB in the safe? Okay, right here. I got you on camera bowing down, but the footage is safe. You know what I mean? Did Drake ever make is there any references from Drake to the name Lacey throughout his career? Because the fact that that is like a specific brand of USB or hard drive, right? It's called a Lacey 1 terabyte rugged. Like, terabyte is, you can put a lot of stuff on a terabyte hard drive. Could you put 100 gigs on a 1 terabyte hard drive? I'm going to ask, can you put 100 gigs on a 1 terabyte hard drive? Yes, you can absolutely put 100 gigs of data. Hard drive holds approximately 1,000 to 1,024 gigabytes. Because Drake came out with the 100 gigs, and that was all came through plot twist, right? Everything came through plot twist. All those tracks that he dropped at the time, I think they're still on here. If we scroll down a bit, here's one of them. Wait, now that was that one, but there was let's see. I remember he dropped them on here first. I don't know if they got removed because okay, right here.
Hey, what? This is the shit that my daddy had raised me on. Niggas got lit off the features I skated on.
1 terabyte equals 1,000, Crody. See, like, I'm not as nerdy as you guys thought. I gotta know how you get lit off the nigga you hating on. Numbers untouchable, they got the data wrong. This is the moment. You too green to dissect subliminals? Bro, what's the big deal if I don't know what 1,000 gigabytes is?
I know they've been praying on. Try not to boy out, but fuck it, I'm staying on. Oh, keep on sending me.
So he's dropping all this crazy shit on here, right? SOD, we got No Face. It's called 100 gigs. He puts out the 100 gigs website, which is gone now, I'm pretty sure. Like, if you go to this, I don't think you can. I think it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Remember, he also had the Hot Mom site. Let's see if that's still up. Hotmoms.com. Does he still have that up? Yeah, see, it's still here. This was something he dropped around that time too. And we never figured out what it meant. So it just says hotmoms.com coming soon. And now we got the hard drives. I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to Tusher Basu for with a 10. My theory is that the red button is the explosion in the music video. I think that will kick things off into round 2. As soon as he drops the album, he may be ready for any possibility to happen. I don't know. Do you guys really want a round 2 that bad? You think it's Kim K? Never know. You never know. You never know. My guy Luca from NFR says the only preview tracks that should make it on Iceman are National Treasure and Lake Como. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. A lot of people seem to really like the what was the one that he played? I can't remember it off top. $2 from Jayan. Dirt, when's your video dropping? Well, I'm working on it. I'm doing like a full Iceman breakdown from the beginning till where we're at now. But I just want to hop on stream because I haven't really been covering anything. I don't want to miss anything, right? Both need to move on. You say move on from the red button. He's going to take back over the game. Shout out NFR, 100%. I like Supermax. Yeah, Supermax is pretty dope. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. It's pretty far. Agreed. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I figured like I came on here. I'm really hoping to get some new developments while I'm on stream. But so far, no. So far, nothing. What we'll do is I'm just gonna play something for you on here. I just gotta take a piss real quick. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'll be right back. The GOAT coming soon, man. The GOAT coming soon. Notice how it's hard to find Trump Tower on YouTube? Yeah, I mean, like, if you guys want, we could go through... Let's go through the leaks that Drake put out. So in Iceman... another thing, too. In Iceman episode 1, right? Drake plays a record called Spring is Coming. Spring is coming with a strawberry in the mouth. And it seems like, I mean, now spring is coming. Spring is this is when we get Iceman, right? So I don't know if this was kind of a nod to that. This is fire though. Like I became kind of obsessed with this when I first discovered it. It goes pretty crazy. Just for context, Drake played this in episode 1, and it was really random when he played it. You said, what is happening? This is a record that Drake played in episode 1 when he was driving the truck. No, I wouldn't. You say it was filler. There's no chances on the album. No, I just find it interesting that the hook is "Spring is Coming," and then that's exactly when the album came out. So I don't know if he played that for something. You say it kind of does sound like Metric a bit. I agree. But yeah, he played that. So I think that was one of the first records we heard. But if we go through all of them, you guys could tell me which records you think should be on Iceman, if any, right? The first one that we got was obviously What Did I Miss? That was the first record we heard. Actually, the first record we heard, I think, was the City Is Mine, right? Let's see.
There, I cop there, it doesn't stop there.
It was a freestyle, actually.
I'm gonna tell you about my city because I feel like I say city is mine, you know what I'm saying? And I bet people are like, I wonder how much you know about the city. You know what I'm saying? Teasing Moriarty, boy, wonder entry, really test, for show we party. Julie Black, Project Bounce listeners with a Thule strap. Stays dudes who frequently visit but never knew we rap.
So that was that. Then we got What Did I Miss?
Let's go.
Do you guys think What Did I Miss should be on Iceman or what? Or you think they should leave it out? Maybe he might add it as a bonus or something. I mean, he did it before with God's Plan. He could game it that way if he wanted to.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
So keep in mind, man, this was 9 months ago, right? So then after this, he gets into the truck, and that's when we get to hear a couple different snippets, right? So we get
We could do it together.
Supermax. I do like Supermax. What do you guys think?
In this summer, I'm staying so focused. Somebody could say the weather changed and I wouldn't notice. The company I keep is getting smaller while my other companies are all growing and overflowing. Family only feels like a riddle to affiliates that thought that they were safe because they played the middle. Losing all these friends really got to me. I was talking to Taylor over drinks and it was getting deep.
He is talking on this, and I feel like we can expect to get a lot of stuff in this vein from Drake, like subject matter wise, right?
Getting deep. Now
Not everyone can handle this pressure, and in your city, you're the national treasure. That's what she said to me. Only time they put me in a box is with the red leather. My body will rot, my name will live forever. I was a fool to believe we could do it together. It's still heartbreak Drake, but I glued it together. Do not come around the guys playing peacemaker. They snake me for now, but we'll see.
Don't come around playing peacemaker. You snake me. What do you say?
Yeah. And this summer I'm staying so focused. Somebody could say the weather changed and I wouldn't notice. The company I keep is getting smaller while my other companies are all growing.
I don't know. This is pretty hard though.
Overflowing. The family only feels like a riddle to affiliates that thought that they were safe because they played the middle. Losing all these friends really got to me. I was talking to Taylor over drinks and it was getting deep. Not everyone can handle this pressure, and in your city, you're the national treasure. That's what she said to me. Only time they put me in a box is with the red leather. My body will rot, my name will live forever. I was a fool to believe we could do it together. It's still heartbreak Drake, but I glued it together.
So that was the first, I think, yeah, this will be the first leak or sample that he played that has not been released, and that will be Supermax. I think after that, he plays the record that I just showed you. That song is really hard. Like if just go listen to it a couple times, I promise you'll enjoy it. So that was the second one he played. I think then he plays a record from Baca. Okay, he plays which one? Which we did get it. This did release. Did you say Kendrick had a latest post? Are you kidding me? Drake, people are flooding. Oh, Kendrick's last post, you mean? Like the last thing he dropped. Yeah, you can expect that to happen, right? You can expect that to happen. But look, Kendrick is someone that he's been known to pop out. He's been known to get his moments off. He's been known to do these little things that blow up. So I would never sit here and not expect him. He might drop something, right? It's possible. The thing is with Dot is it depends, right? Because if Drake is talking crazy on the album, I think Kendrick's ready. I don't think Kendrick sat back the last year, 2 years, and let people like Maul or Ack or even me or whoever talk about this red button and talk about there's a bomb and all this stuff coming. Like, if you think Kendrick is going to sit back and just be like, okay, I'm not going to plan for anything. I'm just going to sit here and be reactionary and wait for something to happen. No. He's probably fully loaded and ready himself, right? In case Drake does try to do that. So it depends. So we got which one, which my girl loved that record, if I'm being honest. So this is Baca. He's just playing his own artist music here. That record's called Big Dog. Pretty hard, actually. I do like that record. You pray Morgan Wallen isn't on the Iceman. I 100% agree with you, man. I 100% agree with you that Morgan... Where does this come from, though?
What's up, hello? Please confirm if the Frozen leak is a real track. It's on a channel called Manny.
Where did that come from? That was pretty interesting. I don't know where that came from because I don't think I'm on Kick.
shout out to Reed. Fuck the crowd.
Yeah, it was Smiley and Baca on that one.
Let's go. You switch on the guys and supported a hater. Let's go. What's the get back for niggas is TBD. I look at this shit like a BTC. Could be
Chat, we gotta admit though, like we gotta admit that What Did I Miss is a fucking banger. What Did I Miss was a hard record. This is a tough tune. You say Insider Hub claimed that Morgan Wallen is on it? I don't want him to do a record with Morgan Wallen. I don't want him to. You say Kendrick hacked me? Insider Hub, bro, really wanted to get that question off. What do you think we get? Yeah, I think What I Miss is hard.
this week and I'm up next week. I don't give a fuck if you love me. I don't give a fuck if you like me. Asking me how did it feel? Can't say it didn't surprise.
Yeah, that Insider Hub dude, like, he has gotten quite a few things right. Like, I'm not going to say that he hasn't. He's called a few things, right? Like, I can't sit here and claim that the guy just says nothing. Let me see. Because he has been right about some shit. Insider Hub. Never wrong, just early. Iceman, May 15th. But when did he say Iceman, May 15th? We had it first. Will make sense in a couple minutes. Oh, okay. So I think what he was talking about, because he put Freeze the World with like a hockey puck, a hockey net, and like a skate, right? And he did that on April 13th. He dropped that to Insider Hub, dude. And then if we look at what they dropped, so it turns out he was right. He did know something. Because we just looked at that, right? We just looked at, not this one. This one right here. With the hockey rink, right? This. You see the hockey, you see this is the hockey net here. It's obviously ice, hockey. So he made that reference. The Insider Hub dude made that reference back on April 13th. And then he reposted it like the minute that this guy found the bag. He said, we had it first. This will make sense in a couple minutes, right? And sure enough, when he opened up that bag, there was the photo of the hockey rink. So he did get that much right. He said Morgan Wallen. He didn't say Drake. He just said Morgan Wallen. So is that what you guys are talking about? That could mean Morgan Wallen is on Iceman? Because maybe Morgan Wallen's dropping music. Maybe he's talking about some music he's dropping. Now, we did see Drake. He teamed up with, like, he showed up for Morgan Wallen, right? Morgan Wallen, Drake. I couldn't name a single record from this guy. I gotta be 100% honest. I hate country music. It's the only genre I can't do. I absolutely can't stand it. I don't want to see Drake do a record with Morgan Wallen. I get playing the numbers game though, but like if Drake does a record with Morgan Wallen, that just confirms what like people have been saying about Drake, where people say like, oh, he'll just hop on like whatever's popular. He'll just hop on whatever wave that gets him into this. You know what I mean? Like a Morgan Wallen and Drake crossover is not what we need. Drake pops out there somewhere. I know this dude, like, this guy got a crazy buzz, though, man. Like, he's one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the world right now. He's up there with Drake in, like, the country realm of things. If you look at the Billboard Top 200, he's all over it. His albums stick there, and they don't go away. Everything he drops stays there. What was that he had there? Like some whiskey or some shit? I don't know, chat. Do you want to see Drake and Morgan Wallen on a record? You say Morgan Wallen is a big Drake fan? I mean, I'm sure he is. He's just a young dude, right? Like pretty much anyone around his age, any white male around his age is probably going to be a fan of Drake, if we're being honest. So I don't know much about this kid. I do know he almost got canceled a while back, but yeah, so if that's all he put was Morgan Wallen, that could mean so many different things. Like, I would find it weird for Drake to have a feature with Morgan Wallen on an album called Iceman, coming off one of the craziest moments of his career. Like, maybe to get that hit, because that's a cheat code. If he wants to go number one, yeah, linking with Morgan Wallen might get the job done, but you know what I mean? Let me do a couple super chats here, because I might have missed a few here. And if I missed any, please let me know in the chat, because I don't want to be that guy, right? I really appreciate the support. So, Dirt, when's your video dropping? I think I answered that one already. DJ Malik is spiraling on X, or does he know something? So Malik, I don't know what he knows or what he doesn't know. What's he saying? If only this stupid bitch knew. Fuck Joe Budden and Charlotte Lane. This shit was never a joke. Should have listened to the fall off. If only you looked deep enough and tried to break the ice like the others you saw in those streams. Maybe then you would have known what Aiden knew. Shit is so cold, Mike Dean. I don't know what he's saying. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure what he's talking about. 5 from the check-in report. Thank you for the 5, bro. I hope he only keeps National Treasure and the first part of That's Just How I Feel. Yeah, we'll definitely keep running through all the leaks. Like, so far, I like Supermax. Like, should it be on Iceman? I don't know. Because I want everything on Iceman to be a banger, right? Like, just out of here, like, unbelievable music. But Supermax is still really dope. New member from Our Red Llama. Salute. Thank you for the new membership. Appreciate it. And DP Close 789. Thank you for joining and supporting. Very much appreciated. We got Tayshawn Robinson with the 5. Yo, Dirt, love the content. Keep up the great work. Are you leaving this stream up? You know, normally with the streams, as a benefit of becoming a member, I'll make the streams members only. But because it's Iceman season right now, I gotta leave the streams up for everybody. Like, you know, I can't. I'm not hiding any of the streams behind a paywall or a membership. All the streams for Iceman are staying up, 100%. Zug 9000 with the 7 months of membership. Thank you, bro. Keep Morgan Wallen far away from this album. Yeah, I agree, bro. Like, I don't see the connection to where Morgan Wallen fits into this whole thing. At the same time, I don't know what to really expect from Iceman musically. Multi-M, check out my picks in your community. Thank you for the 2, bro. As always, I really appreciate you always supporting, man. It doesn't go unnoticed. Let me check. This is The Signs Were There. What's this? Got your love locked up for me. Yeah, Freeze the World too is kind of interesting because he kind of did like drop that huge ice sculpture out in the open, like out in the world. You know what I mean? That hook kind of has a whole different meaning to it now. Yeah, it's all starting to fall into place, man. Like I feel like at the end, after episode 4, I might have to go back through all the episodes again and really do like a full breakdown on what actually these things meant, because I feel like a lot of these things are going to start making more and more sense. Like the most dense, packed, information-wise episode was episode 3. Like that was the most going on that we had. Episode 1 was kind of chill. Episode 2, they added more. Episode 3, they went all out. Episode 4, I think it's going to be a movie. It's going to be an absolute movie. They're not going to miss with episode 4. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Be on alert. Because like I said, you could clip this if you want. But look, Drake, Iceman, episode 4, I believe fully that is going to be something that people are going to talk about for years and years to come. What they're about to pull off. I got a lot of faith in what they're going to do. I'm crazy excited for it too. I know you guys are too. I know you guys are too. So I'll leave this here. I remember everything. Just know. They will say J. Cole did it first. You know, J. Cole had a really dope rollout too, though. I fuck with everything that Cole did. Driving into Civic and meeting up with fans and going, you know, on this nostalgic run with Ebe in the whip with him and stuff. I thought that was really dope what he did. But Drake is doing something different. Drake is doing something different. I don't even want to compare the two rollouts because I think I guess they're similar in the sense that it's an experience for the fans, but Drake is just getting rolling. We don't know what's next. We still get episode 4. Guess on the date. I think May 1st. I'll go with May 1st, right? You say The Fall Off is still your album of the year? Me too. Me too right now, so far. The Fall Off for me is my favorite album that dropped this year. For sure. For sure. Multi-M, I can't see what you were talking about, what you dropped in here. Double Street, we seen that already. Yeah, I think I took care of these already. I couldn't see the one that you had. Back to the super chat. Check out your picks in your community. I did. Another new member with Yama the Wizard. Thank you for joining and supporting. Means a lot. We got a 5 from JT Moody. Why do you think Drake won't go no features and no leaks? I feel like the idea of this album is to come with a body of work versus the more commercial things. Well, that's what I was thinking, right? Like if it's called Iceman, and then you look at the fact that he hasn't really been working with any of those people that he used to work with. He's only really working with his own artist or like new people like Julia Wolf, and none of them seem to be tied to UMG at all. Whether it be, I don't know if Yeet is tied to UMG. I don't think he is. But the people that he's been working with are completely outside of what he did before. And he's not doing features like he did at all. And I already showed that, but like you just got to look at Drake discography, right? And if you go through, like when he first came in, the amount of features he was doing was pretty insane, man. All you got to do is go through his discography, and you could quickly tell something changed. In 2009, after So Far Gone, he became that guy. And look, these are all features. 2010. Look at all the features. 2011, 2012, Constant, Diced Pineapples, Fucking Problems, Poetic Justice, Love Me, No New Friends. Like he's going crazy for years and years. And Believe Me with Wayne, Tuesday, Only, Truffle Butter, Blessings, 100, Rico, Where You At, Work with Rihanna. Like he's going crazy for years and years and years. And then all of a sudden, you get to look at 2024, 2025. He hasn't barely done any. So for people to be like, oh, this decline in hip hop has nothing to do with Drake, I would never sit here and claim it is entirely to do with Drake. But if you look at just this alone and see that he's not doing records with Khaled or Migos or Future or anyone, and all that stuff helped hip hop big time, especially on the charts. So, but to answer your question, I would love to see Drake do an album with no features, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. There's going to be someone on there. I don't know who. Now, we did see that Future was spotted wearing some Nocta. Did Future just hint at being on Drake's album Iceman? Now, Maul already said he heard there's some ideas going around. Charlemagne claimed he heard a record that had Future on it. And Future was recently seen wearing Nocta, and he's in a recording studio. You see the logo right there. So if that's an indication of anything, we might be getting Future on Iceman. I don't know where this photo originated from, but how do you guys feel about that though? Because I know a lot of people are kind of torn with that whole scenario. I always felt like Future and Drake had something that could be salvaged, but at the same time, they fell out a couple times over the course of their relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it. They fell out a couple times. And this last time, I mean, Like That was the catapult. Like That is the record that did it. Like That was the record that started the whole thing. And Future carried this in a lot of ways. Obviously, Kendrick, I love Kendrick. Kendrick spazzed on the verse too. But this opened it up, and then he proceeded to diss Drake for for this album and the next one. So if Iceman is what I thought Iceman was, which was, realizing that you can't trust any of these dudes as much as you've done together collaboratively, it would be strange to have Future on there. But at the same time, I love Future and Drake together doing music. I feel like they've cooked up way too many bangers. Right? So what do you think? You know what? I'll do a poll. I'm going to do a poll on this right now. I want to do a poll and ask, do you want Future on Iceman or leave him out of it? Or leave him out of it. 1 second. Uno momento. We're going to do a poll and be honest. Would you be pissed off if Future was on there? To me, I look at it like this. It's not my issue to deal with. Like, I'm invested in Drake, but I'm not invested that much to the point where, that's for those two men to deal with. If they could squash it, I never really felt like it was really that drastic with them where it couldn't be salvaged. But let me just run a poll very quick here. And I want you guys to be honest about what you think. Let's go here. And then let me just pull this up. Sorry, chat. Just give me 1 quick second here. Where? 1 second. Details. Live stream. I'm trying to pull this. One second. Okay, streaming software. Right here. Okay, sorry. I'm not the best with the polls. But yeah, I'm very curious to see if you guys will be bothered by that. I'm going to go right here. Start a poll. Do you want Future on Iceman? Or wait, Would you look? I'll do a better question. Is it an L? Is it an L if Drake has Future on Iceman? Okay. Start the poll. So is it an L if Drake has Future on Iceman? I don't think it's an L personally. I don't think it's an L personally, but it really depends. It really depends. Like, these things did happen, right?
Pussy niggas told ain't gonna wake up at these sleep.
Now, I don't feel like Future was really dissing him on this record. I looking back.
Can't hear that switch, but you can hear them niggas scream. All my hoes do shrooms, nigga. All my hoes do.
Nah, he's just doing his thing. But Kendrick's the one that made that record what it was.
20-carat ring, I put my finger.
Let's see what the poll's saying. Do people want Future on Iceman? Yes or no? So far we got 60% are claiming it's pretty split. It's pretty split. We got 109. The votes are piling in. Definitely vote. Do you think is it an L for Drake if Future's on Iceman? For me, I look at it from a music perspective, and when I look at Scholarships is one of my favorite Drake collaborative records ever. Like, Scholarships is one of my favorite Drake records ever with Future. Like, they got so much good music together that if they can settle things amongst themselves, bro, good. I think it's a dope thing. I think it's a good thing.
I wake up on a daily basis and count this money up. I'm already rich.
Like, you can't forget about Scholarships and shit like that, right?
I go so hard with these riches. I fell in love with the Doty. I fell in love with the Rolly. I wake up pray.
So it's interesting. Future dissed him on the whole album, Matt. Come on. He did. But I don't feel like Future really dissed him on that no personal shit. Like, I feel like Future was just really pretty PG with it. Like, he had some shots here and there. He didn't really say anything personal or anything lethal, or like there was nothing scathing about anything that he said to Drake ever. So I don't know. The difference in what Kendrick and Drake had and what Future and Drake, you can't even mention them in the same sentence, right? Another super chat. Thank you for the 10 from Yana, as always. I thought Morgan Wallen was late 40s, early 50s. Had to Google his age after you called him a kid. I don't mind Drake working with him, just not for Iceman. Would like country and rock songs from him in the future. I don't want Drake to really ever do country, bro. If I'm being honest, but if he does, I wouldn't be upset with it. It's just probably something I'm not going to gravitate to, because like I've said, I just don't like country. Y'all too nice about shit. Is that what you're saying, Super Ghost? You think we're being too nice? Bro, can someone in this chat verify if the frozen leak is real? It's on YouTube. I think it's a leak. Frozen leak. 9 hours ago? This one?
Turn the 808s up. I'm checking the ledger, I'm checking the score. I gave him the ceiling and still wanted more. I'm eating that soda, I'm tucking the bag. Ups in my bin.
Nah, it's AI. This one's AI, I'm pretty sure.
You're losing the track.
I fucking hate this AI shit, man. Like, this is so annoying, man, that we got to deal with this. Trying to figure out what's real and not. It sucks. I hate
used to think loyalty came with the name, but people just use you to jump in the game. It's 3 a.m, I'm wide awake still. Why you chasing clout? I'm just chasing the thrill.
I know this is fake, but it's like, I hate that this is where we're at, and I know it's gonna get worse and worse, and like they just keep getting better. You said that's the wrong one? Which one were you talking about? cold season. There's like so many, man. There's way too many. Like these ones are the actual leaks here, I think.
Took a deep breath.
That was old. Yeah, these ones look more official, I think. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of leaks. Wrong one. God, AI is annoying. It's really annoying, man. I hate the fact that we got to deal with this. Has Drake come out? I need you guys to keep your foot on the pulse of the news stuff. If you're hearing about anything new happening, because we are expecting something to happen here in the next. Apparently, we're getting some more updates tonight. There's more coming. So it's getting pretty close to being midnight, or I think it is midnight in Toronto. Sounds legit. Type Manny Frozen. Okay, let's look. Drake, Manny Frozen. 8 days ago.
Now, if you can't handle that,
Ice on my neck is a freezer. Thought you don't mind, I can keep it. Moving real cold through the seasons. She asked me why and the reason. It's always the same as the last time. Killing my energy in my glass wine. Spilling my soul on the timeline. Looking for truth, but it's hard to find. I'm back in the G-Wagon, switching the lanes. And maybe I'm feeling the weight of the night. Checking the score and I'm winning the game. But inside the past is never the same.
I don't know, man. It's kind of tough.
Me and text think you doing me favors. Mixing the juice with the premium flavors. Old friends, they turn to strangers. Keeping my distance to manage the days. Yeah, I saw the clip of you out in the west. I didn't funk with the screen in your chest. Used to be different, but I.
Is that actually Drake there? Because like I can't tell what's AI and what's not, but obviously he's got what looks like an RM on, and then this is that crazy heart necklace. So I don't know if this is something AI or.
It's hard to find. I'm back in the G-Wagon, switching the lanes to stress. All of my pilot went ahead in the spring. Washing away all the thoughts of the rain. Give me the loyalty over the fame. Keeping it.
I don't know if that's real or not. This is the first time I heard it. It sounds real except for the reverb from the room. Yeah, cadence is close. Sounds kind of real. It does. But I find like sometimes people will drop like an AI track and they'll make it sound. They'll add all that reverb and stuff in just to make it sound like someone recorded it from like a phone in the room, right? So it's tough. It's tough to know. That's a future cadence.
When they call my name, it's on my neck, it's a freezer. Thought she was mine, can't keep her. I'm going cold through the seasons. She asking me why and the reason. So it's the same as the last time. You killing my energy in my glass wine. Spilling my soul on the timeline. Looking for truth, but
What are this? Well, there's only 3 comments on this. I've been looking for this. Is it real? Yeah, he posted it on his burner TikTok. Interesting. Man, you can't even blink. You can't even blink these days. There's that much stuff going on. I missed this entirely. I don't know. I gotta keep looking up on my boy Jared here because Jared seems to be on the pulse. He's the one that claimed there's something coming tonight. Iceman party. No news yet. No news yet. I was really. Did he delete his tweet? He did. No, he said there's more coming tonight. So what is it? Hopefully this ain't it about the crew putting something on the ice blocks. We need more than that. You say it sounds legit, but it's hard to say. Have you heard the twist snippet? I don't know. What I would have. Let me look back now to see. What did the poll say about the whole future situation? Okay, so it's pretty split. People are claiming that it is an L for Drake if he has future on Iceman. I could see both sides really because like my idea in my head of what Iceman means would never have future on it. Because Iceman to me is really cutting all those people out. So including future kind of takes away from what I thought Iceman is, but my idea of what Iceman is might be totally wrong. But anyways, back to the leaks. So we were talking about the leaks. And I want to keep going with these because, of course, the only one in this so far was the Supermax, I think, for episode 1.
Appreciate that love.
So that was it for episode 1. Episode 2, I don't think we got... Did we get leaks in episode 2? I don't think so. I love breaking down this episode 2. It was a lot of fun.
Do my titties look right?
So we got which one, which came out, I think, either that night or the next day.
Face first, face first. Put your head in the pillow, face first. I'm in a jam with a man, them.
Also a bop. Then this was the Iceman freestyle that was on Central C's last EP that he dropped.
Back, I miss your call, I'm on do not disturb. I don't mind if they think.
And then we got the infamous National Treasure. Which I feel like this was probably supposed to make. I think this was probably gonna be on Iceman. I don't know if it was gonna be on it, but I'm pretty sure they were pretty pissed when this leaked. I don't think this was supposed to leak like that. Those Bag Fuel kids leaked it, right? Someone got a hold of this record and made a massive, massive profit off of leaking that. Bag Fuel Crypto. Let's see. I'm trying to find those kids who leaked it. Anyways, those kids fucked the whole thing up. It came out after. Karma Options says Morgan and with the 5. Thank you. Morgan and Drake have a track. Drake is on interlude by Morgan Wallen. Go listen. They recorded it when Drake and MW were in Houston at the rodeo. Really? Morgan Wallen Drake interlude? This one? No, that's not it. This?
If we're moving on, girl, we just keep moving. I'm why you can't love that taste. Why you can't find love. I'm why the shit don't change. Yeah, if we're moving on.
Just can't do it. I just can't do it. Which one are you talking about, though? Because it's not on here. The Drake and Morgan Wallen song is on an interlude by Morgan Wallen. Go listen. I don't see it. Morgan Wallen Drake interlude. Kisha Live leaked the Drake release date. People falling for AI snippets. Yeah, I don't think Drake has ever worked with. The interlude number was track 6. Okay. Track 6. Off what album? Where though? Like, is it on this one? You say you couldn't find it either, but Wallen fans said it? Yeah, you said he's on it. You heard it? Yeah, it's not on YouTube anywhere. I've never heard it before. But I appreciate the 5. If you could find it, drop it into the What's the Dirt community on Twitter. And I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, anyway, so episode 2, we got the National Treasure, which when the real version came out, it sounds really dope. This guy used my thumbnail. Look at this. He used my thumbnail from my episode. All good though.
Yeah. For the city though. Yeah. the tower up for this. Yeah. Okay.
Now, I do think we're going to be getting this type of energy on a good portion of Iceman. I do think he's going to be talking like this a lot on Iceman. I could see it.
Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me forever. R.I.P. Kobe, but y'all niggas brokey. That's probably why y'all be shacking together. Capo and Leader got habits together. Like couples vacation, they packing together. Like rushing to finish, they'll slap it together. The charges like COVID, they'll catch it together. They hate me so much, it's a sickening thing. They must have heard wrong on the call. I sent them a sack cause I wanted you shipped to the king. When you was a...
You say May 15th is not the release date? It's bait for Kendrick to drop GNX Deluxe. Trust me. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if he should be that concerned about... Like, obviously, he's got to be a little bit strategic, but Iceman is a very anticipated album. And I don't think Drake really needs to be overly concerned about Kendrick dropping something and fuck. Like, the hype around his album is too big. It's too much, especially with the rollout he's doing. So if he says May 15th, man, I think he is dropping it May 15th. I got no reason to doubt that.
Part of the team, we used to be planning our Mexico trip in the spring. We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Why do we think you could get us a ring? They begging about how you went home, the fucker they own. Crody, we threw him away. G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago, and next thing we knew we was doing parades.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, like if anyone's theorizing that Kendrick is gonna, or like that Drake is gonna be going at Kendrick, I feel like that's kind of with the way that Drake was talking on No Face and records like that. Yeah, I could see why people would think that. Like he's kind of been on a bit of a revenge arc. So
fuck all you pussy man who could relate. Might just go take me a walk by the sea. They diss on a boy till they blue in the face. I put all the faces that's blue in the safe. Really can't find me the words. You niggas is birds. I wish that I knew what to say. Movie a block, I don't see a face. Your first time back since back in the...
Okay, you said the interlude is an unfinished track. He hasn't released the rest. He played it after Drake came out. Okay. So it's not finished, but they do. So Morgan Wallen and Drake have worked together. Okay, I got you. Yana with the 5. Thank you again, Yana. Always coming through. Have you noticed even the haters were saying the rollout is dope? Even Charlemagne. Yeah, I mean, I don't think like with the way that Drake has done it, bro. If anyone's gonna hate on that, just outright, like you're gonna have to look for things specific to hate on, because with the sculpture and the way that Drake's been doing this, there's nothing to hate on. If you could find something to hate about that, then that's a special skill set, because what he's doing is absolutely dope. So whether it be Charlemagne or Ebro or any of the people who have been crazy critical of Drake, they can't find anything to hate on when it comes to that. So for them to acknowledge that they think it's dope, it is dope. They have to say that. Like, at certain points, you just can't hate. Certain things you can't hate. And you can't hate anything about this rollout. All right? $2 from Black TV. Yo, just stopping by. Good to see you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. I see you. Underdog 720. Thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. That really helps support, for sure. For real, I'm the biggest Dot fan. The rollout is cool. Yeah, I mean, what Drake is doing is absolutely very impressive, right? I think they got a live Drake Ice Sculpture live footage. I think there's a live thing of it where you can... I thought they had like a live stream of it where you could watch it. Like it's just like a live stream always on it, but maybe not. It's like literally like watching paint dry, watching ice melt. I missed your super chat. Oh shit, my bad. Hold up. Check community again, G, and my DMs double. Okay. Let me check the community again. My bad. Thank you, Multi-M, again for the sub. Let me check the community. I don't want to miss any super chats at all. So if I do, I deeply apologize, because I don't want to do that. Let's see what's the dirt community. What's in here? I'm checking and I don't see anything new. Like this? So this is Drake right here. Okay, double sheet. Okay. So this is Drake cooking up, but when is this from? When is this from? This recent? Is that Morgan Wallen? Is that who that is? Is that Morgan Wallen right there? It is? And Noel? Oh, so he probably is on it. Blackjack pays 3-2. Pays 2-1. Revenge. It says Revenge right on it. What's this? This is on the plane. This looks like it's on the plane. So what were those 4 things you sent me? They were at his Texas ranch, bro. Okay. So maybe yeah, I guess maybe look, you could still see that bra right there. I guess that's always been there. Cause it's that was the bra that we saw in Family Matters. We wondered what it was. But it looks like it's still hanging there anyways. You said check my DMs. Okay, let me just pull this over here and make sure I don't miss you. It's a rugged hard drive case. Are you under Mark Miller? Multi-M? Check DMs too. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, chat. Like, it looks like, I don't know what Jarrett was talking about, but it seems like we're not probably getting to anything else tonight. So with that said, I might dip because I do have a lot to work on when it comes to my videos. Like the live streams are just like a secondary thing. I still like doing my videos. Double ST. Okay, let me look. My bad. Let me see, bro. Instagram. 1 second, chat. Double ST. Oh, it must be in my request. Holy shit, man. I don't even see you in my DMs. Are you talking about Twitter or are you talking about IG? You're talking about Twitter, aren't you? 1 second. Let's go chat. Double ST. Okay, I got it here. I got your DM now. It was okay, so you sent me something called Iceman snippet.
Ain't have nothing. Conversations getting way shorter. Now it's all business when I say more. I remember nights we ain't have nothing. Now I got it all, but it don't mean something. Cause the ones I love keep acting distant and the ones around just see position. Look, I done seen.
Where did that come from? What is this?
Conversations getting way shorter. Now it's all business when I say more. I remember nights we ain't have nothing. Now I got it all, but it don't mean something. Cause the ones I love keep acting distant and the ones around just see position.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's new to me. That's definitely new to me. 5 from Mikey Rocks. Morgan Wallen is at the end of the You Broke My Heart video. I think they've been cooking for a while. Okay, let's look at that. This is not the video you're talking about, is it? He's in the beginning. Okay, he's in the beginning. Okay. Well, like, they've been locked in for a minute. He's in the beginning of the video. Yeah, well, man, you know what? Maybe Morgan Wallen is on Iceman. I don't know. And I the Insider Hub guy, he's kind of came through on a few things. So I don't know for sure if he's going to be on there or not. Shout out to It Skills OVO royalty in the building with the ice cubes in the chat. Appreciate you, bro. Yo, we don't know. Yo, it's skills, man. I got to get you on the horn at some point. I see you posting these. I see you posting these Iceman hard drives frozen. I don't know what's going on. You got the internet buzzing with that stuff, man. So I don't know. I got to know the deal.
God bless her heart.
You said they're working on a duo album? I don't know about that, but I'm sure we probably will get some Morgan Wallen and Drake at some point. Probably. I mean, if he really wants to secure a #1 for sure, I'm pretty sure that's a quick way to do it because that kid he's doing incredible things on the charts, right? You say it's a massive L. Still can't believe bro took the money and not the booklet. He also says back in the future. Drake dropping on my birthday. Yeah, May 15th. But what is so important about May 15th, though? What is significant about that date? Like, what happened? It's international, recognized as International Day of Families. It's historical significant for making the start of Arab and Israel War in 1948. It is also recognized as Peace Officers Memorial Day. So I don't know if there's a reason why he picked this date in particular, because Drake has been known to be selective with his dates and shit. He's definitely made a lot of connections throughout his career with stuff like that. It's skills. He's just giving ice cubes, man. He's keeping his mouth shut. Yo, skills. It's time, though, man. It's time. It's time. We're here. So you're saying episode 4 comes out Friday? That's what you're thinking? Yeah, the MJ movie, the Michael Jackson movie, we didn't talk about that, chat, is coming out on April 24th, which is Friday, right? So this is the big biographical film, Michael. Now, as we know, Drake is one away from Michael, right? Beat Michael Jackson record. He's tied with Michael Jackson record for the most #1 hits on Billboard Hot 100 by a male solo artist. He needs one more. He needs one fucking more, bro. He's gonna get it with this album. I would say I would have bet any amount of money that he will definitely surpass this with this album. No date. You said Drake said no more previews? Yeah, I think what he meant by that, though, I think he means, I think he's talking about like these little snippets he's been playing in the Iceman episodes, right? Where whether you want to call it testing music or whatever, he's been previewing joints throughout the whole thing. Like whether it be Lake Como or Supermax or Stuck. I think what Drake meant by that is there's no more of that. Like the next records you hear are going to be on Iceman. So if and when they do episode 4, which I think we will get, it's going to be whatever's in that episode are records that are going to be on Iceman. No more testing music, no more snippets. Like the rollout is here. No more song teasers. Because in episode 3, he previewed, I think it was Lake Como first that we got, right? That's just how I feel, actually.
Look, beats like this one make me feel like my soul's free. They pay me to speak from the heart, they think that my soul's free. All of them summers are slappers, baby, you owe me. For real. Probably would slow me down if I carry my...
This kind of do go crazy, though. But I don't think any of these are on Iceman. I don't. But this joint do, especially when it drops.
My trophies. Maybe when no one's around, I rap like the old me. I used to put chains on all of the necks of my broskies, my OGs. Yeah. And now to remember, I took the chains and I broke free. I wonder how long I'll be at the top if they don't kill me. I wonder how long it'll take them to count out 2,000 million.
Well, this got two beat switches, right? This one.
Like that?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in illegal. Yeah, what? That's just how I feel.
So we got this one, and then it has a crazy drop up here.
This shit was funny, niggas had bad jokes.
Yeah, right there.
And I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in illegal. Yeah, what? That's just how I feel. Yeah. That's just how I feel. Yeah. Yeah. That's just
I think he was just teasing all this, right? Lake Como I did fuck with, though.
Tú eres buena opción, tú me gustas bastante y por lo mismo no quiero perjudicarte.
too much damage done.
Gucci, too.
My reputation.
Tú eres buena opción, tú me gustas bastante y por lo mismo no quiero perjudicarte.
Too much damage done.
Gucci, too.
My reputation.
What the fuck is that? Where is that coming from, bro? Bro, I think I got hacked. Do you guys hear that? What the fuck was that? Yo. I don't know what that was, man, or where that came from. That was crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to chop it up with the chat here for a bit before I officially hop off here. Let's see, that was fucked. Oh, that was you, Multi-M? Oh, I had your thing left open. You were dropping all these things in. That was crazy. All right. K-Bot's hacked? No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, he was going crazy in there. Before you leave, yeah, anything you guys want to talk about before I bounce? Kendrick hacked it, right? There's Kojo in the mix. Those are your snippets? Where are they from, though? Where are they from? Yo, Multi-M, you just made us lose like 400 viewers, bro. No worries. It's all good. I'm hopping off here pretty quick anyway. It's already getting a little crazy. Drake fans. Okay, look at this, chat. Look at this. Wait, hold on 1 second. Yeah, look. Complex says it's already getting a little crazy. Drake fans are already going wild as they flood the comments on Kendrick Lamar's latest post following today's reveal of the Iceman release date. I mean, I kind of expected this to happen. Of course, right? I doubt Kendrick even checks his... Well, he probably does. He's probably noticed the influx of ice cubes, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. Iceman in cinema. The icy visuals in episode 1. Okay, let me open up the DM and play those snippets, though, that you're talking about. Let's see. For some reason, they all play at the same time. Okay, so let's go. I'll go with your first snippet here.
Tú eres buena opción, tú me gustas bastante y por lo mismo no quiero perjudicarte.
Too much damage done.
Gucci, too.
My reputation.
Tú eres buena opción, tú me gustas bastante.
Shayla, my number is next time. Too many freaks on my line. You need a whip to match mine. You need a watch to match mine. We need a lot of long time. Too many freaks on my Shayla, my number is next time. Too many freaks on my line. You need a whip to match mine. You need a watch to match mine.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Where are you getting these from, Multi-M?
moves the baseline. My heart's been cold as outside. I'm trying to be nobody's mate. Why waste these men?
So where are you getting these from? Are some of these AI or are they official? Where do you get them from? That's an old leak? Okay, they're old leaks. Are they? Okay, okay. Shout out to Souljaneer San Vincent for the subscription. Her Loss era. Okay, okay. So they're older. Okay, I got you. I got you. Appreciate the leaks either way. Sounds good, but not on Iceman, I hope. Yeah. Straight up. Let's just scroll through this here one more time on the timeline because you never know what you're going to see on the homepage. Very normal behavior, okay? We know about that. Everything's going to be Drake on here. Drake is Iceman. Pretty much the same shit. What's Angry Man saying?
I told y'all that. I told you in order to beat the man, you got to be the man. And Kendrick can't. I told y'all Kendrick was going to disappear. I told y'all that. I told you in order to beat the man, you got to be the man. And Kendrick can't be the man because he's not going to put out music the way Drake puts out music, right? But you had the beef. You guys called it before it even got finished, right? You crowned Kendrick king on that wax song, Not Like Us. I told y'all Kendrick was going to disappear. I told y'all that. I told you in order to beat.
Angry Man speaks on Kendrick disappearing after the beef. I mean, I wouldn't say he entirely disappeared because, like, let's look at what Kendrick has dropped since the beef. So we got GNX, we got a full album. We got the Playboy Cardi leaks, or Playboy Cardi features. We got the Baby Keem features. We got the SZA record. Let me see. He hasn't entirely disappeared. He hasn't entirely disappeared because I remember when he really disappeared, and that was for years, and that was no features, no nothing. But Angry Man makes a good point. I'm just not willing to completely. I'm not someone who's willing to completely count Kendrick out like this. Like, I do think Kendrick's still capable of putting out a hit. I do think he's still capable of obviously putting out a great album. Have another moment. Like, I'm not saying that's never gonna happen again. You had the Clips feature as well. The Clips feature.
Beat the man, you got to be the man. And Kendrick can't be the man because he's not going to put out music.
But I'm not willing to go that far with it, right? Forgot to post this clip, but in Iceman episode 1, the Iceman truck literally passed the same parking lot. Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got on here. You never know what we're going to find on the timeline. We might as well. Drake, Iceman, May 4th. May 15th, sorry. Pretty quiet. May 15th, Toronto's going to feel like June 2019. Iceman, May 15th. Girl, fuck you. See, that's the thing with the Drake. These Drake, like this girl here, Truth Slayer, she's like a dedicated Drake fan. And like people like, you know, the Drake fans are going to be on these people's heads. Like for the people who are crazy critical of Drake and kind of took any opportunity possible to shit on him, and they're going to try and actually capitalize off this release and even cover it in a favorable way when you kind of can't erase the fact that Ebro called Drake a sickness. You can't erase the things that Charlemagne said. You can't erase the way that a lot of these people acted, which, if you ask me, was completely fucking disgusting. The way that they acted was disgusting. We gotta be honest, right? And really, when you look back at it, you could see that. You could see how bad it got. They wanted Drake out of here. A lot of these people wanted him done. They were saying he was done. So, yeah, I get the reaction. Let's see. This is what happens when this lame. Maturing is realizing Kendrick was the worst rapper at the big three. What if this is the Iceman cover? That's pretty hard. That's a pretty hard shot. With that, I think I'm going to bounce. I really appreciate everyone for supporting. I'll probably live stream every day from this point forward, especially when it comes to covering these new developments. I had a lot to catch up on for this stream, so I appreciate anyone who stuck around. You say, look at Screwface tweet. Grown ass dudes outside licking an ice sculpture. Nah, that's a hell of a rollout. They don't even. Is that the one you're talking about? Is that the tweet? Brother, like, this is an example of someone trying to find something to hate on. Like I said, there's not much you could hate on about Drake's rollout. It's fucking amazing. If you find something to hate on, you're just a loser. Ack might leave his house for the rollout. Ack is always outside, man.